caramelized sweetness, so easy to make, but so deliciously decadent. I'm Schuey, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make dessert with pears. That's right, lip-smacking, sweet, delicious, after dinner dessert. So just sit back, grab a drink or two, and let's get into it. Firstly, we're gonna be needing some pears for this recipe. These ones will do just fine. When selecting your pears, make sure they're firm, but not too firm, silky smooth to the touch, with a little bit of roughness. Deep in colour with somewhat of a dullness to them. Or just buy pears, they're pretty much all the same, just make sure they're not too soft or they'll turn mushy. Onto some filling for these exceptionally complex pears we have obtained. Into a bowl of your choosing, you want to put some ricotta cheese, some honey, some brown sugar, some lemon zest and some crushed walnuts. Now just mix this up until it thickens. It's not going to thicken, but you can keep mixing it and try if you want. Oh yeah, we want to grab some biscoff biscuits and pop them in a Ziploc bag. And roughly smash them up. And pop them aside for later. Now, if you don't like any of the ingredients mentioned so far, don't use them. It's literally that simple. Time to cut the pears in half. And then just scoop out the seeds. And then just placing the pears in a tray, skin side up. Mix some maple syrup and whiskey together. Brush on some of the maple syrup and whiskey and then just flip them over and just repeat the process. And then just placing a heaped spoonful of the cheese concoction we made into the hollows of the pears. Remember the biscuits we crushed up? If you said no, you've got a problem, sprinkle them over the top and then just drizzle with a little bit more maple syrup. Now, don't forget to test the whiskey before you use it. You don't want it being off. Today, I'm going to be using a 57cm Weber kettle and I'm going to be pairing it up with one charcoal basket. Why? Because I want to be smoking at temps of 135 degrees Celsius today. How I'll do that is by 3/4 filling a charcoal basket with unlit briquettes. I'll dump them into a chimney and light them up. Once it's all lashed over, we can add it to the charcoal basket on one side of the charcoal grate. And then just gently place the grill back in place. And today I'm going to add one chunk of smoking wood. I'm going to put it directly over the lit charcoal and I'm using pear. Then pop the lid on, opening all the vents and making sure the lid vent is on the opposite side of the lit charcoal. And I'm going to give the Weber 10 minutes to warm up. Now would be a good time to subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, hit that bell button. That bell button is going to allow you to be notified every time I barbecue more fruit. The Weber's at temp now so we can get the pear halves on the grill. We're just going to place them on the opposite side of the lit fuel and then all we're going to do is put that lid on and we're going to leave them alone for 30 minutes. Now ideally this is a great recipe to use leftover charcoal. When you take out a roast you can have these prepped and ready to go straight into the Weber. Today I'm cooking with an indirect heat of 135 degrees Celsius and these pear halves are going to take anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes to be fully cooked. Or for those of you who like to use my beer timer, you're looking at let's call this a 2 beer cook. Schuey's Barbecue showing you how to have beers with dessert. We're 30 minutes into the cook and we're just going to check the pears with a skewer. We should be able to slide it in and out. Now there's still a bit of resistance, so I'm just going to pop the lid back on and I'm going to let them ride for another half hour. How long these take to cook really depends on how ripe they are or unripe they are. So don't blame me, blame the guy in the fruit and veggie store. That's 1 hour's cooking time. The pear halves are ready and it's time to just get them off the heat. And how good do they look? Just pop 2 halves on a plate and drizzle with a little bit of the pan sauce. These won't make you fat. They're fruit and eating fruit is healthy for you, right? These are seriously that good, they should be illegal. As always, cheers for watching.